Well, the last-minute gift grabs are underway this week, but it seems there's a real shift in how we're tackling the wish lists. These are the sounds we usually hear at this time of year. But with 5 sleeps until Christmas, our retailers are strangely quiet. Despite huge markdowns, people are dodging the department stores and jumping online to avoid GST with overseas purchases. And who could blame us?
I've been doing a lot of my Christmas shopping online this year because I can do it from my desk. It's easier, it's quicker.
The range is much better and it's far cheaper.
Under pressure from the major retailers, the government has launched an inquiry into online shopping. But do they really need to protect the jobs of the thousands of Australians who make a living in retail? And for more on this, we cross to Dr. Paul Harrison, Senior Lecturer in Consumer Behaviour and Marketing at Deakin University. Paul, is this the beginning of the end of the traditional store?
Oh, probably not, Tracy. I mean, I think the reality is that consumers now have access to a lot more information, and as a result, I think the retailers are a bit unhappy about the whole process. But in reality, I think we're going to still see people going into bricks and mortar stores for at least for the short term. Probably not until we get, say, jetpacks and flying cars will online stores completely take over.
So about 2012, good news. Now, Paul, is there anything that retailers can do, though, to get people back from online and into their stores?
Yeah, look, Charlie, I think it's kind of the wrong issue. It's actually, it's now a new reality. The whole idea of having just a store presence or a bricks and mortar presence is a bit of an old kind of model now, and I think what we'll probably find is within the next 2 to 3 years you'll see the big department stores, the big brands having to create a competitive online presence. The reality is that it's here to stay, and anyone complaining about it actually should probably get with the program.
Paul, is there a sense of hypocrisy here because some of the big retailers who are complaining actually make their living out of buying cheap goods overseas and then on-selling them to us? Is there a hypocrisy that they don't like it when we do the same thing?
Yeah, I think so. Steve, I think the reality too is that people are cutting out the middlemen, and until these organisations actually start recognising that they're in a competitive environment and offer an online experience as good as the smaller ones, and I think that's where you're seeing the growth. The small online environments are actually doing quite well. It's the big monolithic structures that are just kind of taking their time to get there.
Paul, apparently all the retailers want us to pay GST on our goods that we buy online now. Do you think that that's practical?
It's probably going to be too hard to collect, and that's why the government hasn't really headed down that path and is indicating that they're certainly reticent to do it, and it's kind of a good thing for consumers that they're taking their time. It's actually important that the government sits back and actually works out what's going on, because at the moment, you know, the online environment, the retail environment is only at about 3 to 5% of most retail, so it's still quite small.
Dr. Paul Harrison, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
And a lot of feedback on this on our website today. Here, if retailers are crying poor, maybe we'll see a return to old-fashioned customer service. That was someone called Captain Kickass. I don't think it's really his name.
Right on. Can I just say I'm addicted to eBay. When you can save $20 on a calculator watch, I'm going for it.
Gosh.
No, I am. And while our dollar's doing so well, why not? Why can't we get the savings? It's not going to last forever.
Would you buy a TV online?
Yes, I would, Tracy,
Would
and then I'd sell it back to the retailers and make money off it.
And sure, if it's only 3 to 5%, surely that's the moment the retailers have got to get in now and start, you know, getting into the online world and make some money out of it.
And do you know what? If they spend long enough there, they might just think, do you know what? Retail's boring. I just want to stay online.
That's right. No customers.
No customers.
Yeah.
God, they're so annoying. That's all we've got time for tonight.